button, my pants are all messed up. Oh, I forgot the clothes. Hopefully we can get the clothes tomorrow. Oh, where's the book? Where's the book? Right in the book, right? Here we go. What? Stop running. Hey. Hello, hello. Is this still jumpy as all get out? So what's up? We got the box finally. No, this is not my order of Cyberfrog. How many books would that be of Cyberfrog? No, this is not that. I'm still waiting for my books of Cyberfrog. Yes, I'm one of the goofy ones who asked for the ash can, and I'm just waiting for that. But what's in the box? I was reading this. You can see my dog scratched it up. He was trying to warn me. This is god awful. So I thought this was, I mean, come on. This is ghosts on it. I thought it was going to be, just random ghost stories. Again, it takes a really, really smart person to do a good quality short story. Well, why don't you come up if you want to come up? I'm eating. So you cannot have any while I'm eating. No. Pretty much is like all bread. I didn't realize this was ghost meat. I don't know, the superheroes. I'm gonna need this. I'm gonna need my little computer up. Because I was reading this at work. I didn't finish the last story. Should we do the last story first? Again, I don't really care about art. Art to me is, I don't know, it's part of the story, but it's not the main thing. Artists are hired guns. The last story that I didn't finish is Blackest Day. Keith Griffin did the plot. Okay, so he didn't write the script or anything. Brian Keene did the script. Scott Collins did the art. Romulo Forjado Jr. does the colors, and Josh Reed does the letters. And the only thing I got so far was, I don't know, Constantine died, and then Green Lantern was dying. I guess Wonder Woman's dead. And then the Flash died. I guess they're being bit. I don't know. Batman is dead. Okay. Get away from there. Okay, I'm just reading this, trying to do it real quick. Apparently, the Green Lantern. Sorry, I'm not talking a lot. The Green Lantern. I guess this is supposed to be funny, but he's beating up all the superheroes because they're turning into zombies. I guess I don't know. Apparently, I got Ja'an. Ja'an's now reanimating. Um, and apparently, Superman's on vacation. Uh-huh. Apparently, everyone died. Spoiler: everyone dies. That short story didn't even make any sense. So let me see if I can explain it. Hal Jordan, who is the Green Lantern, is surrounded by people who got bit by some people who have a virus that are making everyone dead, and everyone's dying. And then he fights everyone, and everyone dies. Will you stop it? These people, roommates are the worst. And that was not the last story. I got to get rid of the sandwich, otherwise I'm going to kill these people. Oh. As my pa used to say, it's only a flesh wound. All right, so where were we? We read one of the stories, which was god awful. It didn't even make any sense. Let us go to another one. Let's go. So I haven't read this one yet either. In Zatanna, the woman who can talk backwards. I can write backwards. And haunted hayriding, creepy corn maze. Okay, someone's saying, is it really scary? Someone's wearing a shirt saying evilly deadly. Oh, this is James Tynion. Sounds familiar. James Tynion. That sounds familiar. Mark Buckingham, Andrew Pepoy, Jordy Belair, and the person in the evilly deadly shirt, evilly deadly, saying, yeah, it's scary. I pissed myself. Hey, kid, is this for mature people? Because this is god awful. It doesn't say anything about the age. So I bought this because I thought it was going to be ghost stories, just random ghost stories. I didn't realize that it was going to have superheroes. They're so tiny. And I just grabbed it and left. That's it. Okay. And so they're going on a scary ride. Hey, kid, if you're too chicken, I can just turn the truck around and drop you off at mom. You just want to go home? No, Judd, I'm going to do it. Then go buy a ticket, all right. Get a seat up front. Rawr! Dude, shut up. Not yet. If we scare Sammy in Fields, my folks will think it was that dinky hayride that made her cry. And we're off the hook. Then we can bail out the rest of the Thiesenville Goreathon. Right? This is where you register for a Brother of the Year, huh? Hey, mind your own business. I mean, hi there, name's Jude. I bet it is. I don't know how Zatanna talks. And then she says, it looks like shit, but it's this conversation is over. What was that? Who was that? I don't know. Just some goth chick from Milwaukee, I bet. Doesn't matter, no. We know we don't want to miss the fun. Definitely not, says Zatanna. And there's Zatara. An hour earlier. And let's see. Something about Tybo. Straighten Tybo. How come he's saying straighten Tybo? But she says this conversation is over. So she's saying it correctly, but not correctly. Because she's actually saying this conversation over is. And the period is messed up. But he says straighten bow tie. And the straighten tie bow? Who edited this book? Katie Kubert, Antone, Dave Wilkos, Joey Calaver, Mike Martz, Jessica Chan. This is so those were the editors. Now the associate editor, Jessica Chen. Assistant editors, Liz Eckerson, Harvey Richards, because this makes no sense at all. The show is over. You promised I could have Halloween to myself this year. Huh? Why would magicians want Halloween to themselves this year? Wouldn't Halloween be like a big payday for them? I don't know. Giovanna Zatara always keeps his promises. There's no lay performance this year, no arcane death cults, no cursed pharaohs. My only plans involve a few favorite Twilight Zone episodes and handing out candy to children. Again, this is Halloween. And then it says, fill with candy backwards. And he says, bigger candy. And the candy comes bigger. Dad, please, it's Sheboygan. Oh. Maybe that's backwards. Nagioboshi? I don't know. I thought we were going to wrap up the Halloween show and zap ourselves back to civilization. Oh. If you want to go home, see, the problem with short stories is you can't have short stories connected to other short stories. They cease being short stories. It's a book. Short stories have to be independent. I mean, they can have some, but as soon as you start connecting characters from one story to another story to another story, it becomes a thing. Like if you have a short story of a town, that's workable. There was this series Punktown, really good, all about this planet where the city was called Punktown. The characters were all different. They were all short stories. You learned about the characters. You had a conflict, and the conflict was resolved, either good, either bad, but they were all short stories. These can't be short stories. They're tiny, crappy stories. Well, okay, and then he goes, if you want, you can to go home to your friends in Las Vegas. You could always command the door to take you there. Perhaps that spell's a little too advanced. Well, you could always enchant the door. What would you learn then, my little zebra? Is that a racist thing? I don't know. That reminds me. So we have this Renaissance fair coming up, and they have there's different prices for different ages. So if you're an adult, it's $10. If you're a child, it's $5. Okay. The thing is that children have an age. So if a children is someone over 4. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe if you're under 4, it's free. But then it's 4 until 11. So according to this Renaissance fair, when you're 12, you're an adult, and that's very pervy. I don't care how much money you want to get. That is very pervy. And then he says, perhaps you'd like to join me. Dad, I'm 19. Really? How long has she been 19? I'm a little old for trick or treat. Every day is real ghosts and goblins for me. Who wrote this? I need to see who this guy is. I know that name. I know I heard it before. I know I saw that name before. There's this crap on TV. I was reading about the Blexit. Blexit? What is this real coming to that? We have a Blexit. Hardy, har. Okay. James Tinian. I know that I spelled that totally wrong. Tyninian. Tynion. Tyn. I know this name. He's known for Batman, which probably means he's known for destroying Batman. Okay. I knew the name before. I probably bought some of his crap. All right, but let's see. This is awful zebra. What? This is all like a real this is like a cheap reflection of our lives. What the hell's in the border of this crap? What the hell is in the border? What the hell is this crap? And it's the same on every single page. People don't often want there to be a world in people don't often want there to be magic in the world, but on this rare night, they take down those barriers. They want to be a part of something bigger than themselves. Apparently on Halloween, I told him Halloween was a big day for him, but he's like, no, I'm just going to hand out candy. They want to embrace the unknown and see if they might learn something about themselves. It's Halloween. They want anything to be possible. Dude, didn't you just say you're just going to... I'm going to watch the Twilight Zone episodes and hand out candy to the local children. Why the local children? What? Not such a bad thought, eh? Why local? Why can't you just say the children and save poor... What's his name? Oh, it doesn't say who is doing the letters. I don't know. Maybe no one's doing the letters, so they don't care. Okay, now they're back to now. You look nervous, kid. That was it, right? It's Sammy, not kid. Oh, apparently she called a girl kid, and don't do that. Sorry, Sammy. My name is Zatania. That's a weird name. No kidding. Mind if I ride with you? I think they need to wait for more people. Start moving, she whispers backwards. There'll be another one around in the bend in a second. My brother was gonna come. Oh, I'm sure he'll find his way. Masks come to life. This is gonna be legendary, man. Oh, Judd, you think you know fear? These are the masks talking, of course, because this makes no sense. I mean, seriously, if your masks started talking to you, wouldn't that make your insanity just slip a little? We will teach you. Ah! What was that? I'm sure it's just a sound effect playlist over the loudspeakers. I'm going to close my eyes, okay? Yeah. I didn't want to cry. I wanted to be brave enough to show them I could do it. But I don't think I am. Here. I want to show you something. I want to I want you to do something for me. Picture in your head what you want to see, then open your eyes. I want I want to see something I've never seen before, but I don't want it to be so scary I cry. But I still want it to be a little spooky and weird. That's good, Sammy. Are you picturing it? Yeah. Make it real, she says backwards. Open your eyes. And then it shows this. And then her brother and his friend. Ah! Judd, are you crying? Please don't let us in. Oh, please let us in. All aboard, bozos. That's Zartana. Whoa, the production values have gone way up since I was a kid. How is this even possible? It's Halloween, gang. Anything's possible. And her dad's looking down in his crystal ball because they have crystal balls for some reason. And for some reason, Sammy's wearing a necklace that says Sammy on it. I just gave up on that story. It was sad. Is there anything else? So we read the Green Lantern that sucked. Here's one, Black Lightning, which I still think the funniest joke is, but the lightning's blue. And Katana. And so in this story, there's apparently some ghost or demon. I mean, you think it's a ghost, right? Ghosts. But it's in the title, Ghost. Every story should have a ghost in it. Guess what? In the Green Lantern story, no ghosts. In the Zartana story, no ghosts. Who's editing this book? It should say ghosts or other crap we couldn't sell or make into a real story, so we just threw it into this book and hoped you would play $5 for it. Remember, $5, that's okay. $5, not. I mean, I'm not saying I'm rich. I'm just saying $5 for crap like this, I'll go for it. So apparently, Zatanna is trying to protect these Japanese people who believe a demon or a monster or something is attacking the kids. And she invites Black Lightning to help. So he is watching over the little kid, sure everything's okay. And then he's like, well, why didn't you call Constantine? I mean, he's into ghosts, which I thought he was into angels and demons. I'm not really into Constantine. But I always thought he was a demon and angel guy, not a ghost guy. He wasn't like the ghost whisperer. It was cool. And then she says, I couldn't get Constantine because I don't want him around kids. He's a weirdo. And he's like, yeah, whatever. And she goes, I invited you, but if this fright, I understand. Why'd you invite him then? And then he goes, I bet we're up against a big ooga booga, which I don't know. That sounds a little racist to me. And he says, "You can stop warning me now." And she checks the perimeter, and then a monster comes, and he goes, "Oh, you're ugly, and I'm scared, ugh." And this is so weird because they're like superheroes. You're like, "Oh, nothing's gonna happen." And so then they fight. The Green Lantern, not the Green Lantern, the Black Lightning, some color and something mixed together that makes no sense being combined together. Let's just take a color and an object, a color and a noun, mix them together, and poof, we have a new superhero. Orange diaper. Makes no sense. We'll go with it. Orange diaper. And so he blasts the demon or ghost or monster with black lightning, which does not look black. It looks very bright. And she says, oh, wait. So this is kind of weird. She's talking to him in English. He's like, you speak English. What's going on here? And he goes, and she says, you are foreign. Uh-huh. You're speaking his language. And now you just realize he's foreign? This land, you're in Japan, and this place belongs to you. All children are mine. Wait, what? All children are yours. Foreigner, you will die alone. Wait, are you saying all children on the planet are yours? I am so confused. I thought that only the people in this country were children of yours because you're talking about foreigners and I guess native people. But now you're saying that all children are yours, and apparently no one is even caring. He goes, entirely possible, because she says, foreigner, you will die alone. He goes, yeah, that could happen. But I'm not alone tonight. And then Katana comes in and she chops the demon, monster, ghost thingy with her blade, and nothing happens. Katana's like, oh, you're going to end up in my sword because I cut you. But it doesn't go in her sword for some reason. And she goes, no! And then the demon goes after the kid. And they say, what's his name? Black Lightning says, this, the demon says, no child is safe. And Black Lightning says, this child is. And then, what's her name again? Zatanna says, you are unclean, demon. There is no place. And the demon was, they call me, they whisper, I come. And then Katana says, the Kutsuki Oni hates the light. And then Black Lightning says, then let's make her uncomfortable. And he shoots her with lightning again. But this time he knew it was going to hurt her. So it works. And then Zatanna uses her sword again. But this time she believes in her sword or something. And this time it works. And it kills the demon. And then Zatanna says, hey, I know it's a little late, but now that you killed that demon, all the other demons from the demon world are going to know about you and they're going to come after you. He's like, oh, okay, whatever. So no one really cares. They're like, whatever. That was information I didn't really care about. You just kind of just wasted a page in this comic book. Yes, another comic fails short. This one has the Spectre in it, which I know nothing about. But apparently this old woman to the window and jumps out and dies. And then the Spectre, who is what, Jim Corrigan? I don't know nothing about the Spectre. I don't know. But apparently the Spectre is looking into it and he sees that the ID on the woman is like a 25-year-old woman, but the woman's like 90 years old. So he goes looking and he investigates the. It's so funny. The woman jumps out of the window. And so he's like, I'll just go to her apartment and see what's going on. And he goes, something's wrong here, I feel. This death carries the stench of murder. Her apartment, I've knocked twice already. Dude, she killed herself. Just knock and just get the hell in. Why are you even worried? Just get the landlord, have him let you in. What are you doing outside? Okay, now he's inside. What do you do? Was the door unlocked? You wouldn't try it first? Okay, this is Dan Jurgens, colorist. Is that a program or something? Travis Lanham is the letterer. Katie Kubert is the editor. Katie, you couldn't figure out how the guy got in? Hello, anyone home? Gotham City Police. Apparently, if you say to any door in Gotham, hello, anyone home? Gotham City Police, it lets you in. Somehow it magically lets you in. Oh, look, it's 124. Apparently, that's very important to know. 124. You guys keeping track? Huh? Nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense. Because it's gonna nothing makes sense. So he looks over the place. He says, this doesn't look like an old person's place. Maybe the person was a visitor, but look, there's dust patterns on the shelf. He says, whatever was there was moved. There's some kind of aura and it's evil. And then he goes to the computer and he looks at the calendar. And the calendar says, hey, Thursday, I'm going to some antiques place. Oh, wait. Whenever you have a short story and there's an antique store, something bad's gonna happen. There's never well, we just went to the antique store and there was overpriced crap and we didn't buy anything. Seems innocent enough. No, you're in a short story. It is not innocent. There's nothing innocent about a antique store in a short story. But I'm gonna go anyway. So he goes to the antique store and he sees the picture of an old man. I guess because the website has the proprietor of the store. And then he goes, and there's a young man. Why is he old? And why is he taking pictures of himself old? Oh. So apparently he goes knocking. It's later now. So it's after 124. So maybe it's 2 o'clock or something. And he says, this is the police. I need to investigate something. And the guy goes, this is my grandfather's place. So why you bother me? He goes, listen, you live above an antique store. I'm going to be bothering you. And then he says, this woman, she sent a clock she was going to pick up yesterday. And he says, it was for a gift, as I recall. What about her? The clock wasn't in her apartment. And he says, well, she returned it shortly after she picked it up. Said it didn't keep time. No, is it? No, this is Spectre. Sorry, Constantine, Spectre, Green Lantern. I don't know. They all mix up to me. So the guy says, you can have this clock. Here you go. What? Why wouldn't you have like a fake clock? The one that works right? I don't know. Just have a fake clock. If you're going to be doing weird, evil crap with a clock, have one that looks like the clock, but it's normal. So then at Corrigan's apartment, he gives him the real clock, gives it to him and says, all right, but I want it back. Why do you want it back? It's not your clock. This isn't your clock. It was the woman who killed herself's clock. You have no claims to this clock. But the cop says, I'll give it back to you. What? The woman's dead. He has no claims to the clock. Oh, God. Why? Just remove that part. Just edit that out. You don't need to explain. He says, she brought it back. It's fine. I don't know why she brought it back. Well, I just want to check it out. All right, here it is. Take it. Be on your way. Get out of here. I have enough junk. But he asked for it back. And then Corrigan's looking at it. He goes, this isn't no normal clock, which he can only see in his apartment. You can't see it in the interior. I don't know. Maybe he says Shazam or something. Shazam! He turns into the Spectre. Then he goes after this guy. And the guy says, I knew it was you. I knew you were the Spectre. And I'm like, oh, that means the guy's going to die. If you know the secret identity of any superhero, you're going to die. So they say, you don't just kill people, you steal their life force. And he goes, yeah, I do that. I'm the old man, and I conquered death. I found these scrolls, and the scrolls taught me how to break time. So I made this clock, and it lets me steal people's essence. And then he brings them into some wacky world that Spectre never heard of. And so the guy goes, I'm all powerful here. And then the Spectre says, you know what? You ain't nothing. I'm gonna talk to you about ghosts. I'm gonna talk to you about ghosts. And so he talks about ghosts, and then the guy goes, and he turns into a skeleton. Not even dust, just a skeleton. There he is at the end. He's a skeleton. I don't. Okay, and then there's this one, Child of the Night, Keith Griffin, Priscilla Petratus is the artist, John Rauch is the colorist, Travis Lantham. Hey, weren't you that letter on the last guy? Liz Erickson edited this. Katie Kubert is the editor. Marie Javins is the group editor. This took 3 editors to put together. A puddle or something. This is sad. So then she goes and she hides, and the white people run away. And then she goes and she finds an abandoned building. She goes to the abandoned building, and then what's his name? It's here somewhere, isn't it? The gentleman ghost. Gentleman ghost? So apparently the gentleman ghost talks to himself out loud, like everyone does. Well, what have we here? A visitor? And by the looks of her, a rather troubled one. Why are you talking? Perhaps a kindred spirit, although I doubt whatever's troubling her can equal the troubles heaped upon my person by that detestable winged cretin. Hawkman again. KK wrote that. KK. You're the editor. Just remove it. Just remove it. Just remove it. Just remove it. Just get that out of here. Out of here. And then the gentleman ghost keeps on talking to himself. He has no face. Apparently that's a thing with this ghost. He's just clothing. So apparently the gentleman ghost is just clothing that died. Talking clothing. It has been a while since I've hosted any visitors, and social graces are the first things to fall when one finds oneself a wanted fugitive. What? Still, that's poor reason for letting one's lair, so to speak, suffer from neglect. Quite handy with a lockpick. I like her already. So apparently this place can be locked. Okay. Now let's see how she handles the supernatural. So then he frightens her, and then apparently for reasons of every building on this street is occupied, but this one building is vacant. The people chasing her go to this one building. So then they enter the building. The woman didn't lock it. So then so then the ghost frightens the people, and the guy, who's of course a blonde, out, and that was it. And then the ghost goes, hey, where are you? And then she starts freaking out. She goes, what happened? He goes, oh, didn't I tell you to hide or something? So apparently this ghost is god-awful. He ends up letting the bad guys go free. The bad guy just killed this poor girl. She's a ghost. And she's like, well, and he kicks her out as a ghost. Good writing. 3 editors it took to write that. How about this one? John Layman, Choo 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 Choo. Andy Clark, colorist David Barron, letterer Travis Lanham. Why are they making Travis write all these crazy stories? Please, there's got to be something good he can letter. Assistant editor, Liz Erickson. Editor, Katie Kubert. Group editor, Marie Javins. Now, okay, some people say you gotta be gay to write gay characters. You have to be a woman to write woman characters. You gotta be a colored person, a person of color to write a person of colored people. I don't know about that. Let's see. I got to see this. I just got to know. I can't even spell. I just got to know one thing. Yeah. John Steele Layman, American. I think you got to know something. You got to know something about the English, how English people talk in order to write an English person talking. A favor is when a friend rings you up to help move a couch on a Sunday, or want to give you a good cover story to his missus after he's had one too many pints at the pub. Because he's English, get it? He's talking about pints and pub. And you get it also? This is Constantine, and he's saying this is what friends do to each other. They help each other move a couch. Helping a friend get rid of an unwanted guest, though, that's a whole different level of favor. Special little bit of rough stuff. Doubly so when the unwanted guest just happens to be an escape from hell trying to tear out your soul with his searing, hot demon claws. But that's just the sort of friend I am. Get it? He's making a joke about how friends help each other and how he's helping. I don't know. I don't know. This is earlier that day. It doesn't say that, but it is. Of course, the bloke. Apparently, English people call each other blokes. My best mate in the world. And yes, bloke and mate. I don't know. I saw it on something, and I know it's Englishman talk. Ha 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 ha. Englishman talk. And he's got a friend in trouble. And so you're John Constantine, because that's how English people talk. Shows him around, and he talks English talk. Some of those dead sometimes find their way back. Oh my God. And look, it's scary. For some reason, this statue is bleeding blood. Because this is a horror short story. And she says, "Do you believe that this house is haunted?" And he goes, "Of course I do." "And are you going to do anything about it?" He goes, if the ghosts want to go, I'll help them. That's cool. And then he says also there are possessions, and possessions of houses, possessions of people. He says, "I'm going to do an exorcism right now." And he just does an exorcism. And he says, "Your magic can get rid of whatever is possessing this house." He goes, "No, you got it all wrong. I agree that the house is haunted, but you're the one who's possessed." And he rips out the demon thing. And then the demon's like, "You're a clever little sorcerer, but I brought you here because I wanted to have you as a soul so I could feed on your soul." And of course, there's no conflict. John Constantine just makes fists and booga booga booga. All of a sudden, just he vanquishes the demon. And he says, "Hey, ghost, you can come out now. Have fun." Oh yeah, one more thing. He says, "Oh yeah, that girl was possessed. She doesn't know what she was doing, so just help her out a bit. Oh yeah, and when you see Chaz, tell him he owes me a big favor." The ghosts don't know nothing about Chaz. The ghosts are in the house. Why is he telling the ghosts to do anything about Chaz? That was never explained. The woman knows about Chaz. The woman's a friend of Chaz, and she doesn't know why she bought the house. Oh Lord. Okay, and then there's one. Did they even give this one a name? Gotham Woods Camp. It always bothers me that Gotham. I mean, because they could never say New York, they had to say Gotham. Like it's a made-up little film. There's no opening credits. And apparently someone's stalking people and he wears a mask and that's to hide his hideous face, blah, blah, blah. Gorehound this and Gorehound that. And Gorehound goes around, kills a lot of people. And so then some woman's being chased, and Gorehound is chasing her apparently, but apparently he tapes the machete to his hand for no reasons, and then Batman comes and grits his teeth because that's what Batman do. He grits his teeth. His dentist would not like that. Okay, don't grit your teeth. So then Batman stops the guy who apparently is barefoot, and the guy falls to the ground and he's making noises. And Batman takes the mask off and finds out that he's taped. And he's like, I didn't do nothing. He goes, I know you didn't do nothing. I'm Batman. I know everything. Okay. Guess what? Think of a number between 1 and 1,000,000. Yeah, you know that number? I know that number too. That's Batman. He knows everything. So then apparently the girl that was being chased, she goes to some bathroom and then Batman finds her and he goes, and guess what? I knew you were Gorehound, whatever, Gorehound. And this is what it's called, Gorehound. Gary Dauberman wrote this. Ricardo Federici. The art was like really, unfortunately the story sucked. And then Sonny, it looks like Sonny Go. Because Steve won letter. I don't know if it's Cho or Go. I don't know what you're trying to do. And for Swamp Kid, which is not a comic book. Don't let anyone kid you. And then we got a story from Mags Visaggio. Strange Visitor. Okay, this story made no sense at all. So apparently one night Superman has visions that he can't help people, and he feels this like impending doom that he's going to get there too late. Minky June is the artist, Jordi Belair is the colors, Josh Reed does the letters, and so he has these visions, these premonitions, these dreams that he's always going to get there too late. Okay, so then I guess it's Lois Lane. She wakes up. What is she wearing? I don't even know. But then he says, I couldn't sleep. And so now I'm making bacon. I don't think that's the most health conscious thing you should be eating for breakfast, okay? And, she's a human. I don't think she should be eating, it looks like 1 egg, bacon. And I know there's probably a ton of bacon in there because you can't make just a couple things of bacon because that bacon only lasts like 5 days at the most before it gets slimy and disgusting. And then something else is on the plate. I don't know, potatoes or something. Oh, that looks bad. You should be eating like fruit or something. Maybe some grits. Get some on your ribs. That's what they used to say. So he says, I woke up and I couldn't move, which I don't know. And then she goes, oh, you know what? That's sleep paralysis. He says, sleep paralysis? I don't know. Apparently for a minute, he lost the ability to talk. Apparently, he doesn't just have sleep paralysis. He has like talking paralysis. Sleep? How do you forget how to say sleep? This is not an uncommon word. Not an uncommon word. Paralysis is something new to you. You've never heard of the word sleep. You've never heard of the word paralysis. And you definitely never heard of them together. Oh my. Why? And she goes, it was sleep paralysis. Humans get it all the time. I didn't know that Kryptonians could get it. What the hell do you know about Kryptonians? How many Kryptonians have you talked to, been around? What, 2 or 3 or maybe 4? You're not an expert on Kryptonians. Clark's more of a know more about Kryptonians, but that's because he is one, and he has those data crystal things from the ice place. He is the Fortress of Solitude. Okay, so I mean, it's the beginning's okay. You know, something, some vision, some force is just putting not being there in time. Which, I mean, as long as you forget about Superman 2, where he broke all the rules and just traveled back in time to say, you know what, I'm all powerful. I can do whatever I want. If I want to go back in time and play with the dinosaurs, I'm gonna go back in time and play with the dinosaurs. Guess what? I'm Superman. I can go back in time. And he's like, oh, it felt sinister. I haven't felt like that since I was a kid. What the hell happened when he was a kid? He had like great loving parents. He could lift up cars. The only thing that was bad was he had to slow your roll. I'm pretty sure that came from Clark Kent. Oh. So then the next night, the vision comes again, and it's dark as shadows. And then he can move, and he sets fire to the bedroom, but then he puts everything out. He's like, oh, I'm going to set the whole place on fire. I can't hang around you. I'm going through something. I got to go away. Makes sense. I'm going to go away. And then he doesn't. He just sets up some thing. He sets up some device, and the device senses something, and then all of a sudden, the device finds this person, Zabadoo de la Hoo, and it freezes him, and he goes, anytime you were asleep, I could freeze you. Doesn't explain how he could get into his mind. I don't know. And he goes, yeah, I counted that by I pretended to go to sleep because you can't get in my mind, but you could get into my mind because with those visions in there, but the visions had nothing to do with anything. The visions were just there at the beginning, and then they never came back. And I can make you fear yourself, so you destroy everything. And then Clark puts him back into the Forbidden Zone, which the earth, there are all these little holes that let the people come in from the Phantom Zone. He's like, I don't know what's going on, but it's happening. So I guess I got to fix these, but I don't know what's causing it. But this is just a short story, so we're not going to explain anything. So goodbye. The end. And that's it. I don't know. Do I have to rank these? These are god awful. Every single story in here is god awful. Everyone. At least in the Blackest Day by Keith Giffen, Brian Keene, Scott Collins, Romula, whatever. At least with this story, you like everyone dies and then Superman comes back and the planet's destroyed. Okay, that's a good story. Why? Because at least everyone has this simple release of these god awful stories. Okay, here's one. A Night to Remember. This is by Vinton Hewick. Artist, Dean Zachary. Colorist, Guy Major. Letterer, Steve Wands. There's no editors in this one. Isn't that weird? Let's see if Mag's got an editor. Nope, she didn't. She don't need no editor. Mags don't need no editor. She is her own editor. She is free. I'm sorry. There's short stories and then there are short. I don't even know what that was. It was not a story. There was no conflict. You got to have a beginning. You have a conflict resolution, and an ending. That's what you need. In every story in this. Okay, this one has Dead Man and Wonder Woman. Well, of course, Wonder Woman comes first. So it's Wonder Woman and Dead Man. But it begins with Dead Man. A Dead Man is following some guy who is going to some secret cult. Apparently, this guy, Felix Faust. Felix? Really? Your scary person's name is Felix? Is summoning up a demon or something. And Deadman's like, this is weird. Felix is summoning up a huge demon. That doesn't make sense. Why would he do that? He's like, he don't care about crap. He beat up the Justice League all by himself. And she stole some chalice. Yeah, some chalice. And then she goes, where's my money? He goes, you're late. I'm in the middle of a seance ceremony, crapola. You know you're late. And she goes, all right, you'll pay me later. And then they do a spell, Mecha Leka Hi, Mecha Heiny Ho, Mecha Leka Hi, Mecha Johnny Ho. And Deadman, who you learn quickly, his power is he can possess people. So he goes and he possesses someone because he can't possess the main Faust guy because he's full with magic. He doesn't know what's going to happen. And he doesn't want to possess Cheetah Girl because, I don't know, maybe that's... Yeah, it says it gives him the creeps. I guess he doesn't like being with either women or cheetahs or both. And so then he possesses some unnamed person. He jumps in, and then Wonder Woman jumps in, and then he says, hey, Wonder Woman, it's me. And she beats the hell out of him. And so he gets knocked out of that body. I don't know. It looks kind of like the guy from the beginning. And then, so then Wonder Woman and Cheetah Girl, they fight, and Cheetah Girl says, I ain't even going to make you pay for this. I want to beat up Wonder Woman just to beat her up. And so then they beat him up, and then Deadman is like, I can't even possess Cheetah Girl if I wanted to. She's too dang fast. So then he possesses another person, and he's getting a knife so he can throw it at the evil Faust guy. But all of a sudden, the magician evil guy blasts Deadman and makes him like real. He's like, what the heck? I'm real. What? But now I can't enjoy it because all of a sudden he's summoning up this demon guy and all tentacles are attacking me. He's like, I don't want me. You gotta stop this. Stop this. Stop going bad. And then Cheetah Girl goes, oh no, you don't, Wonder Woman. You're my bee. And then bam, check him out, Cheetah Girl. And so then Deadman says, I just gotta reach that dagger. I need a new internet connection. And so apparently he gets the knife, and I don't know what happened. I don't know what happens. Because he's still saying, Mecha Leka Hi, Mecha Heiny Ho. And then she goes, great, Hera. And she looks at the demon. And then there's a green blast. And then, I don't know. I think she kicks the demon. Okay, we can go with that. She kicked the demon, put him back through the portal. And then she says, stupid girl, I could have had the power of a god. Gets through the dagger at the demon. I don't know. It's really... And so Deadman goes, hey, pal, over here. She ain't no girl. She's Wonder Woman. And then Wonder Woman says, Deadman, thanks for the save. He goes, no problem, sweetheart. I mean, oh, man, you're so nice, making me feel good. She goes, you did a fine job. He goes, yeah, but I got a lot to pay up for because I was a real dirtbag when I was a live person. And now I have to wear this costume with a big D on it to tell people I'm Deadman. But no one can see me because I'm a ghost, but I'm still wearing this outfit that says D on it so people know that I'm Deadman. And so then, because you got to see me and I got to see you, and it was really nice. And then she goes, it's been fun. You're a cool guy. And then she kisses him, and then he turns back to a ghost. He goes, oh, goodbye, Wonder Woman. She goes, well, till we meet again. He goes, meet again? Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. I'm a ghost. Mission is done. I'm still going on for justice. But for some reason, I'm not so lonely anymore. And you're like, whoa, wait, what? What? Was that not bad? That wasn't that bad. A good short story needs to have a little sadness in it. A little bit like, oh, oh, okay. Okay. That's a good short story. Am I still being attacked? I wonder if I should put in the cable. But now, what we've all been waiting for. Oh! What's in the box? And no, it is not the Cyber Frog. Still waiting on that. Whoa! Look at these. I don't know. Let me do something real quick. I should, because the girl I work with, and she's a wacko. She's a real wacko. Let me just get the cable from here and just throw it in here. See if it helps any. It probably won't, but. Because I have Spectrum cable and Spectrum sucks. Spectrum wants to do everything now. They want to. So let me give it a second to start thinking. Internet provider, be your phone provider, be your best buddy in the world, be your best friend, walk your dog, beat up your cat. Get them to do it all. And they do it all poorly. What's in the box? All right, so one thing I got to be careful of, ordering these. Oh my God. And this is the new one. I don't know. And then here are my comics. Cover B. I had to get both covers because one's the photo cover and one is the drawing cover. I had to get both. DC previews again. Hellboy Day, the 25th anniversary. That was just a image firsts. Witches, number 1. Once and few. And that's it. Oh, I just cut the rubber band. We had election day on Tuesday. I don't think we had anything to vote. My internet connection still sucks, okay? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Pour me another pot. What's this, Scott Snyder? Image first! Yep, Scott Snyder. I got Mask. Count Crowley. And I'm buying these for like really, really cheap. Martin Bunn. I'd be like, who are you again? Here's Hellboy. This was. Does this say how much it was? I don't see anything. No, well, it's just $1. More previews. In these preview magazine, you don't need to order the pre. Why do I have 2 of them though? Yeah, there's a back. Whoops. And Copra and Image First Copra, and then her Strange Skies over. Oh well, they were only $2, so they were half off. Here's Dead Eyes. That looked empty. That is all of it. Yeah, that's it. Super chats. Oh yeah, let's go with the super chats. Get off of YouTube. You make YouTube even worse. Oh, you suck. Oh. That's not fun. That's not fun. All right. What else? Oh yeah. Thank you for the thank you for the GoFundMe. Thank you for the Kickstarter. Thank you for the Patreon. Thank you for the well wishes. Thank you for your prayers. And I'm just gonna chillax, finish my drink. Hopefully not go to bed too late. I mean, how does that look? I don't think you could buy better than that. I don't think you can. If I was on my over the phone and not using this Spectrum internet crap, this would be a lot better. We'll have to look into that. This connector, it's supposed to be connected. No, don't say it. Fine. Nobody knows what it's like to be hated, to be jaded. This was only $51. Behind blue eyes.